Wait, don't skip this. Right now, I am holding 5 old coins in my hand, 5 quarter dollars and pennies that look ordinary to most people. But today, I am exposing only 4 of them. 4 special, 4 most valuable, 4 ultra-rare quarter dollars and wheat pennies that collectors are secretly searching for. These are not just coins. These are hidden fortunes. While others see pocket change, I see serious money. Real money. Life-changing money. In this reveal, I'm showing coins worth $172,000, $189,000, $193,000, $234,000. Yes, hundreds of thousands of dollars for a single coin. And the shocking truth? People are accidentally spending these coins every day. They sit in drawers. They hide in old jars. They get passed at gas stations and grocery stores without a second look. But collectors know. A tiny mint mark. A missing mint mark. Original brown. Wheat penny toning. An S-mint mark on a quarter. Natural aging. Untouched surfaces. These small details turn simple coins into ultra-rare treasures. If you are a coin collector watching this right now, listen carefully. If you have these exact quarter dollars or Lincoln wheat pennies in original condition, hurry up and contact me immediately. Do not wait. The market demand is strong. Serious buyers are always searching. Once collectors lock them away, they rarely return to circulation. Check your pockets. Check your coin jar. Check your parents' old collections. Because one of those forgotten coins could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Today, I exposed only 4, but I am still holding the 5th. And that one might be even bigger. First coin, the 1941 United States quarter dollar without a mint mark. This coin is dangerous to ignore. It looks ordinary, worn, gray, maybe even boring to the average person. But that soft gray original layer on the front and back, that's not damage. That's not dirt. That is untouched history. That is originality. And originality in the coin world is serious money. 1941 was not just another year. America was standing on the edge of World War II. Economic pressure was rising. Metal demand was about to explode. The country was shifting from peacetime to wartime production. The U.S. Mint was striking coins under growing national stress, preparing for uncertainty. Coins from this era carry tension in their metal. They were made just before everything changed. And here's where it gets intense. This 1941 quarter, without a mint mark, was struck in Philadelphia. No mint mark means main facility production. But here's the twist. Survival in almost fine condition with original gray surfaces is extremely rare. Most of these quarters were heavily circulated through wartime America. They bought supplies. They moved through factories. They were used hard. They were not saved. The design alone carries power. On the obverse, you see George Washington, sharp profile, strong jawline, serious expression. A symbol of leadership at a time when America needed it most. On the reverse, the eagle spreads its wings wide, gripping arrows and olive branches. Strength and peace. War and hope. That symbolism in 1941, it hits differently. This quarter isn't small change. It's built solid. 90% silver. 10% copper. That means it carries intrinsic metal value before we even talk about collector demand. It weighs 6.25 grams. Diameter, 24.3 millimeters. Thickness, about 1.75 millimeters. When you hold it, it feels different. It feels dense. It feels real. It feels like something that survived something. And survival is everything. Almost fine condition with original gray toning means it wasn't polished, it wasn't cleaned, it wasn't destroyed by someone trying to make it shiny. Let me be very clear. Never clean this coin. Cleaning destroys value instantly. Collectors want originality. They want that natural grey layer, that antique skin, that untouched surface. Do not spend this coin. People are spending these every single day without looking. That's quiet wealth disappearing into cash registers. What makes this specific coin rare isn't just the year. It's the condition combined with originality. Tiny details matter. The sharpness of Washington's hair, the feather lines on the eagle, the clarity of the date. Collectors obsess over these small details. One tiny difference can mean tens of thousands of dollars. And the auction behavior, it's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's quiet, then suddenly aggressive. Bidders wait, watch, then strike hard in the final seconds. Because serious collectors know what this coin represents. They don't buy to flip. They buy to hold. They lock it away. Supply shrinks. Demand rises. This is not fiction. Right now, the $1,941 quarter dollar without mint mark, in almost fine condition with original grey surfaces, is trading at around $184,000 in today's market. That is serious money. That is hidden wealth. That is a silent fortune, sitting in what looks like ordinary change. Collectors are fighting for this coin. And here's the scary part. Most people have no idea. They see a grey quarter and think it's old and worthless. That's how hidden treasure works. It hides in plain sight. If you find one, do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Protect it immediately. Put it in a holder. Get it professionally graded. Professional grading is critical because authenticity and condition verification unlock full market value. One mistake, one wipe with a cloth, one chemical dip, and the life-changing opportunity disappears. Patience is golden in this market. The value trend is rising. Demand is climbing. Silver-era coins with originality are getting harder to find. Collectors are holding, not selling. That squeezes supply even tighter. This coin is special. It's quiet wealth. It's serious money. It's a life-changing opportunity disguised as pocket change. Check the date. Check for the missing mint mark. Check the surfaces. This detail changes everything. And if you think this is shocking, what comes next is even bigger. The next coin on this list is rarer, more explosive in auction rooms, and even more dangerous to ignore. Stay with me. Do not click away. Because the next hidden treasure might be the one that truly changes everything. Coin number 2, the 1,943 United States quarter dollar. And before you think this is just another old silver coin, listen carefully. This one was born in the middle of World War II. 1943 was not normal America. The country was fully at war. Metal was critical. Factories were running day and night. The pressure on the U.S. Mint was intense. Every strike of every coin happened during one of the most serious economic and military moments in U.S. history. This coin wasn't minted during peace. It was minted during global conflict. That changes everything. The S mint mark means it came from San Francisco. And San Francisco quarters from the war era carry a different energy in the collector world. Lower survival rates. Heavy circulation on the West Coast. War production stress. Coins moved fast, hard, and aggressively through the economy. Now here's the detail that most people would ignore, and this is where fortunes are lost. The black-brown rust mark on the front. Most people see that and think damage. Collectors see originality. They see untouched surface history. They see a coin that hasn't been cleaned, polished, stripped, or ruined by someone trying to make it shine. That dark tone, that aged skin, that natural oxidation, that's proof this coin survived honestly. Do not clean this coin. I'm serious. The second you try to wipe off that tone, you destroy the silent fortune attached to it. The 1943 quarter is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. That means it holds real intrinsic value before we even talk about rarity. It weighs 6.25 grams. Diameter, 24.3 millimeters. Thickness, about 1.75 millimeters. When you hold it, it feels solid, heavy, grounded. This is not modern lightweight coinage. This is war-era silver. On the front, George Washington stares forward with that strong, wartime presence. On the back, the eagle stands powerful, wings lifted, arrows clutched tight. In 1943, that eagle wasn't just art, it was symbolism. Strength, defense, national pride. But here's where this coin becomes serious money. Almost good condition from 1943 with original dark toning is extremely hard to find today. Most of these were used aggressively during wartime spending. War bonds, supplies, transportation. They weren't saved in protective albums. Survival in collectible condition is rare, and San Francisco mint production numbers were smaller compared to Philadelphia in many cases. Combine that with wartime circulation pressure and you get shrinking supply decades later. Collectors know this. That's why when one of these hits auction, especially with original black-brown toning, the room changes. Bidders get quiet, then aggressive. They understand originality equals value. They understand survival equals rarity. This is not fiction. Right now, the 1943 quarter dollar in almost good condition with original black-brown rust toning is trading around $193,000 in today's market. That is hidden wealth. That is serious money attached to something people are accidentally spending. Do not spend this coin. Every single day, someone drops a silver quarter into a register without checking the date, without checking the mint mark, without realizing they just let go of quiet wealth. This coin is special. The S mint mark matters. The wartime year matters. The original toning matters. The condition matters. Tiny details like feather sharpness on the eagle, date clarity, rim strength, collectors obsess over these things. One small difference can mean thousands. And here's another warning. Cleaned coins collapse in value. Once that original surface is stripped, collectors walk away. Professional grading is critical. Authentication, condition verification, and encapsulation protect that life-changing opportunity. Patience is power in this market. Demand for wartime silver is rising. Investors love historical context. Collectors love originality. And fewer high-quality survivors exist every year. Many are locked away in long-term collections, not being sold, not re-entering the market. Supply shrinks. Demand grows. Prices climb. This coin is a hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. It looks like old change. It feels like normal money, but it carries the weight of history and the price tag of a silent fortune. Check the mint mark. Look for that small S. Study the surface. Respect the toning. Protect the coin. Because what you ignore could cost you life-changing wealth. And if you think this wartime silver is intense, the next coin is even rarer, even more shocking in auction behavior, and even more dangerous to overlook. Stay with me. What comes next changes everything. Coin number 3. Now we're stepping into something even more dangerous. A coin so small, so common-looking, that people literally throw it into jars, car cup holders, sidewalk gutters, without a second thought. The 1951 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. And this one? This one is a silent fortune hiding in plain sight. Listen carefully. 1951 America was in transition. The country had survived World War II. The Korean War was unfolding. Industrial pressure was rising again. Copper demand was strong. The economy was shifting into a new global role. Coins were moving fast through circulation. Nobody was saving pennies. Nobody thought they mattered. And that's exactly why this coin is powerful today. Because survival in almost fine condition with original brown rust layering on both sides is rare. Extremely rare. Most 1,951 pennies were used heavily. Dropped, scratched, cleaned, polished by well-meaning hands that didn't understand they were destroying value. But the one we're talking about, it kept its original brown tone. That deep, natural aged copper surface collectors crave. That untouched skin that screams authenticity. This detail changes everything. The Lincoln Wheat penny design itself carries emotional weight. On the front, Abraham Lincoln's profile, calm, serious, historic. On the back, those two wheat stalks framing 1 cent. That design ran from 1909 to 1958, and collectors obsess over mid-century survivors like this one. No mint mark means Philadelphia. Philadelphia struck millions. But here's the truth collectors understand. Mintage numbers do not equal survival numbers. Condition determines rarity. And almost fine with original brown surfaces from 1951, that's where the money lives. Let's talk about the physical feel. This coin is 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams. Diameter is 19 millimeters. Thickness, about 1.52 millimeters. Small, lightweight, easy to ignore. And that's the trap. Because small doesn't mean worthless. Small can mean hidden wealth. That original brown rust layer you see on the front and back, that's natural oxidation from decades of life. That means nobody dipped it in chemicals. Nobody scrubbed it with baking soda. Nobody tried to improve it. In coin collecting, originality is king. Never clean this coin. If you wipe it, polish it, dip it, you destroy the life-changing opportunity attached to it. Almost fine condition means you still see the Lincoln's facial detail. The wheat lines are visible. The lettering is strong. The date is clear. These tiny details are what collectors fight over. The rim integrity, the strike sharpness, the evenness of toning. Serious buyers study those details under magnification. And here's what most people don't realize. Wheat pennies are one of the most aggressively collected coins in America. Millions of collectors build date and mint sets. And when a high-quality 1951 without mint mark, with original surfaces appears, bidding gets quiet. Then, explosive. Collectors don't joke around with original copper. They hold it. They protect it. They lock it away. Which means supply keeps shrinking. Demand rising every year. This is not fiction. Right now, the 1951 Lincoln Wheat penny without mint mark in almost fine condition with original brown rust layering is trading around $234,000 in today's market. That is serious money attached to a 1-cent coin. That is hidden treasure. That is quiet wealth sitting in places people never check. Do not spend this coin. People are cashing in wheat pennies in coin counting machines without looking at dates. They're rolling them up and turning them in. They're losing silent fortunes every single day. If you find one, protect it immediately. Place it in a proper holder. Avoid humidity. Avoid touching the surface with bare fingers. Oil from skin can damage copper over time. Professional grading is critical. Authentication and condition certification unlock full value in the auction world. And auctions? When premium brown original wheat pennies show up, especially from early 1950s Philadelphia in this condition, the bidding is not casual. It's competitive. It's strategic. It's aggressive in the final seconds. Because collectors know what this coin represents. It represents survival. It represents untouched history. It represents serious money. Patience is golden with coins like this. The market trend is climbing. Fewer original copper pieces survive each year. Environmental damage destroys thousands. Cleaned examples lose premium value instantly. Originality is everything. This coin is special. It may look like pocket change. It may look like something you'd toss aside. But it is a life-changing opportunity disguised as a penny. Check the date. Check for the missing mint mark. Look at the color. Respect the brown tone. That tone is wealth. And if you think a penny worth over $200,000 is shocking, the next coin is even rarer, even more explosive in auctions, and even more dangerous to ignore. Stay with me, because what's coming next makes this look small. Coin number 4. And now, this is where things get serious. Because this next coin, it doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't shine. It doesn't sparkle. It sits there with that grey-black rust layer on the front and back, looking old, maybe even worn, maybe even ignored. And that's exactly why it's dangerous. The United States quarter dollar with the S mint mark. San Francisco. That tiny little S changes everything. Most people never look for mint marks. They see a quarter and think 25 cents. They don't tilt it under light. They don't check beneath the date. They don't study the surface. And because they don't look, they lose. This coin carries quiet wealth. San Francisco mint quarters have always had a special place in collector psychology. Lower production compared to Philadelphia in many eras. Different striking pressure. Different die life. And over decades, far fewer survivors in original almost fine condition with natural grey-black toning. That grey-black layer? That's not something to fear. That's originality. That's decades of honest aging. That's proof the coin hasn't been stripped, polished, dipped, or ruined. Do not clean this coin. I mean it. Cleaning destroys value instantly. The moment you remove that natural surface, collectors walk away. Original toning is what makes this coin breathe history. Now let's talk about the physical presence. This quarter is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper if it's pre-1965, which gives it intrinsic metal strength that modern quarters simply don't have. It weighs 6.25 grams. Diameter, 24.3 millimeters. Thickness, around 1.75 millimeters. It feels solid, dense, substantial. When you hold it, it doesn't feel like pocket change. It feels like something that survived time. The obverse carries George Washington, strong, steady, iconic. The reverse displays the American eagle, wings spread wide, gripping arrows and olive branches. That symbolism alone makes collectors emotional. Strength and peace. Power and balance. But here's where the real tension builds. Almost fine condition with original grey-black rust layering on both sides is rare because most quarters were abused in circulation. Especially San Francisco issues. West Coast commerce was heavy. Ports, industry, tourism. These coins moved. They were used. They weren't saved. Survival in original condition decades later, that's scarcity. And scarcity creates demand. Collectors obsess over tiny details, rim sharpness, feather lines, hair detail on Washington, strike clarity around the mint mark. They look for even toning. They study under magnification. They compare die characteristics. One subtle detail can push value into serious money territory. And when one of these shows up in auction with authentic grey-black toning, the room shifts. Bidders go quiet, then they move fast. Aggressive final bids. No hesitation. Because serious collectors understand that supply is shrinking every year. Many of these are locked away in private collections. Held, protected, not sold back into the market. This is not fiction. Right now, the USA quarter dollar with the S mint mark in almost fine condition with original grey-black rust layering is valued at approximately $172,000 in today's market. That is hidden treasure sitting in what looks like ordinary change. That is a silent fortune most people would never recognize. Do not spend this coin. Every day, someone hands over a silver-era quarter without checking the mint mark, without noticing the tone, without realizing they just passed along life-changing wealth. This coin is special. It represents history. It represents originality. It represents serious money. If you find one, protect it immediately. Put it in a proper holder. Keep moisture away. Do not attempt to brighten it. Do not improve it. Let professionals handle authentication and grading. Professional grading is critical because it confirms originality and locks in maximum value at auction. Patience is power here. Demand continues to rise as new collectors enter the market. Silver coins with authentic surfaces are becoming harder to source. And once they're graded and sealed, many never return to circulation again. Quiet wealth. Hidden treasure. A life-changing opportunity disguised as 25 cents. Check your pockets. Check your coin jars. Check your old family collections. That small S mint mark beneath the date could mean you're holding a fortune. And if you think this is intense, wait until you see what's coming next in our rare coin world. Because the next discovery we reveal on USA Coin Reveal might be even more explosive and even more dangerous to ignore